So if you think about it, he says, on April 12th, I did receive a call from Elizabeth Azerrod of a rescue group specializing in Mexican hairless dogs. She stated that she'd met Fortini on April 10th in the Austin Park. She stated that they met, and she did accept the dog into the program. But Fortini again began talking about the worth of the dog in money. And if that was mentioned once with a lot of other things, it's just so interesting that Wendell chooses to emphasize that when, in fact, I think that that's what these people are up to. Dare I question what their little practice of, rescue fees and donations and whatever they want to call it, which is why I've foiled to get information on how much the vet was paid, for example, in all of this. Notice he doesn't mention that he took the dog to the animal hospital. In an attempt to help all parties, I did meet with Fortini at her apartment when she was advised that harboring the animal did make her responsible for the animal. Oh, and that makes sense. I did advise her that the dog was being seized from her at this time for failure to vaccinate the dog, even though I told him that the girl was supposed to send the papers and didn't for whatever reason, but the dog had its shots. So because I didn't have the papers on me, he called that failure to inoculate, vaccinate, and he says, I was issued on the scene and the dog was taken into custody. So that's on the 12th. I thought it was the 11th. But isn't it interesting that this wonderful group that specializes in these sort of dogs thought that this dog was better off in a police cage until she came back to town on the 19th. Where he says on April 19th, at about 11:45, she took the dog back. And it never once talked to me until he claims here that he tried to come up on... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Okay, on April 20th, the next day, he drove here to give me an update. Why didn't he call me? The million messages I left on his answering machine? The police station must have record of that. I called the police number.